welcome back, my beautiful froggy army, to another video. Today we are doing a daunting, strenuous, intimidating, terrifying task. Can you tell that I googled a lot of big words? I hope not. Today we are doing something that I always seem to procrastinate on my islands, which is decorating my beaches. It truly never fails. The things that I always leave for last are the beaches, my interiors, and now with the 2.0 update, my villagers' interiors as well. So what I like to do is rip the band-aid off fast and just get it over with. And instead of stretching this monumental task into a bunch of little videos, we're just gonna do it in one. Screw it. Let's decorate all my beaches in one video. But before we get into it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you like frogs, Animal Crossing, Squishmallows, then we are legally best friends now and you have to subscribe. It's just part of the contract. Sorry, I don't make the rules. Anyway, come on guys, let's go. Let's go decorate the beaches. Come on. Guys? Are we... You know you have to get up. I gotta go. I have to go decorate the beaches, okay? Okay? We got this. On 3, okay? Ready? 1, 2... Okay, let's go decorate the beaches! So I figured I would give you a quick tour of where we're at starting off. So thankfully I do have some beaches decorated. We have the very top left corner, and this is kind of like the flea market area. So up there was like all of the stuff you could buy. And then we have the little peninsula down here with all of like the food section. And then we can go down a little bit further. And we have this little teensy tiny section. There's just genuinely random stuff here. And a little farm. We love farms. And then you can go down past this bridge and I've got like this little farm section and this beach area. I kind of had something going here, but not really. But right below it is just a whole bunch of flowers. And my cats are fighting as I'm recording this voiceover. Oh my goodness. But we basically just have a whole bunch of flowers. Pepper, leave Peach alone. Stop it. But pretty much as you make your way down, it gets pretty empty. And then this bottom left corner of my island just has more flowers and emptiness. So not a whole lot going on here, unfortunately. But as we go back up, we're going to cross past my entrance. And then we're going to go to the campsite area and oh, it does look like I have a campsite villager. So I'm just going to check that really quick if you don't mind. And it's closing. Goodbye. Just south of the campsite, we have the little beach area and I kind of extended the campsite onto here. And I did this a while ago. So this is already all good to go. We've got the little camping tent there. And then we have this little section, which is in front of like the horse stable area. And there's just more flowers here. I definitely have a lot of flower beaches and it was definitely a pain to deal with in this video. But then we can zoom right on over to the right and south of my big farm area, we've got more flowers, wouldn't you know? But this is definitely the most empty side of the beaches, like on the right side. The left side of my island has some stuff as you saw, but the right side is definitely just all empty. All of this is just empty. I'm just gonna sprint and move along and just show you that everything is completely empty over here. So yeah, we have a blank slate, which is a good or a bad thing. I don't know. Our first area is going to be on the very bottom left corner of the island, and I'm just scooping up all the flowers. I'm not going to bother to show you the whole thing because you know how it looks to scoop a bunch of flowers. You get it. And then after I manually kicked off all of the dirt holes that I made, I got to work on building a little like library book area. I wasn't sure exactly what this was going to be. I just knew that I wanted to include the bookshelves and have it be like a cozy reading area. I don't know if it's the official like island's library or something, or if it's just like a cozy little book nook area. I don't know, but I was putting up these bookshelves and I was trying, as you saw me playing with like the medieval wall and the covered counters, I was trying to like maybe add something behind all of these bookshelves to give it a little bit of extra height and depth, but I ultimately did not end up adding anything. I didn't like how any of those things looked, so we're just going with the bookshelves by themselves. So as you can see, I kind of created a little like rectangular section, like I mapped that out with these bookcases, so that was looking good. I kind of knew like where where everything needed to go and what section I could work on. Because these beaches, like one of the many reasons I hate working on the beaches and I hate decorating them is because you can't put regular trees on them, and I hate that. So I feel like anything you put on the beach, if you want to have a tree, you have to put a coconut tree, and it always makes it look tropical. Like the coconut trees, palm trees are just so tropical. Like I would know, I live in Florida, and sometimes I just want a cedar tree on the beach, you know? Like I want it to fit in the theme. I don't want to use palm trees on my farm island. So that's one of the reasons. The other reason is that the beaches are so irregularly shaped. Like they have all these little curves, and then they have like weird stuff with the water. Like it's not very open. Of course, the beaches are also much smaller, which is also why I hate working on them. But they're also like very irregular and have all these little curvy ends, so it makes it kind of hard to work on them. So I find it easier to work on a little beach section if I can make like a little square, a little rectangle, kind of like map that out and be like, okay, this is the section I'm decorating in, and then just go from there. You know what I mean? Since we're on this topic, another reason that I hate decorating the beaches is because you cannot put in-game paths on the sand, and that just annoys me. I mean, I get it. It makes sense that you can't put like cobblestone and the bricks on the little like sand particles, whatever, but I want to put them on the sand particles, okay? Just let me. Animal Crossing. Trust me, it would look good. Like, I wish I wasn't just limited to custom designs here, even though I feel like that's a silly thing to say. It's usually the reverse. But still. Anyways, let me actually talk about what I'm decorating here. So, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, but I just wanted to make like a really cozy reading nook area. It doesn't necessarily have to be like a straight up a library, just like a little reading area. So I wanted to make sure I had like armchairs and little lights and like try to keep it farmcore as much as possible. I was really trying to make sure that I didn't cross over into kind of like the dark academia, however you say it. I was trying to make sure that the aesthetic didn't like dip over onto that, because I know it's really easy to, especially with like a reading area and the books and like the dark wood and stuff like that, could definitely lean on that aesthetic. So I was really trying to make some things a little more rustic and farmy. Like I thought the oil lamp was a good choice as opposed to like any sort of regular lamp. The little like patchwork little armchair I thought would be cute, and then putting like the little messy blanket and stuff like that, and the little fireplace that has like the little autumn leaves on it, the little harvest fireplace I thought was pretty cute. So I was just trying to keep it farmcore. Like again, it's hard to make things look farmcore on the beaches, in my opinion, because you have to include the stupid palm trees. Like I feel like farmcore really needs those cedar trees, because I use those everywhere on the island. It really needs those like apple trees. So having to use only palm trees is just such a vibe killer, you know what I mean? And also my Joy-Cons decided they wanted to die in the middle of this, so that was fun. But I tried my best. Hopefully I succeeded. I also used plenty of wheat fields everywhere, and I feel like that really helped. But I am pretty much on to the last couple of things for this section. I wanted to include a DIY table because I love to put DIY tables scattered around the island, and also the little storage sheds, because it just makes it easier to access things and craft, customize whatever I need to get done. So I wanted to put that there, and I ended up putting my mailbox here. I felt like it looks cute and it kind of filled in that little spot, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep it. A couple of you guys actually had some suggestions for me in my last video where I decorated the little small spaces. You guys had some suggestions of where I could put it. I could maybe make a little post office or just make some sort of dedicated spot for it, because right now it is in like the totally opposite corner of like everything. So I have to come all the way down to this bottom left corner of my beach to access my mailbox, so it's kind of annoying. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep it there exactly. But on to the last couple of things. I'm just throwing in some last finishing custom designs and weeds. Of course, gotta sprinkle in the weeds everywhere. And that pretty much wraps it up for this little cozy reading nook area. So I'll just give you a quick little run through. I mean, you're going to see this later once I give you the grand final tour of all the beaches. But yeah, that's how it came out. Really cute. I absolutely love it. Next, we are going over to the bottom right corner of my island and trying to ignore Patty with a thought bubble on here. Honestly, so rude. Really. But in this bottom right corner, I am going to do a fishing slash dock fish area. Wow. So original. I was kind of inspired by a recent dream tour that I went on my random island dream tours, and they had a cute little fishing area and a cute little bug area, kind of like, Flick and CJ inspired. So I kind of wanted to have something similar where I have like the little bug cages and the little fish tanks and all that kind of fun stuff. So I was starting off by making a little storage area with like barrels and stuff, and then Patty was being really rude and getting in my way, so that was so freaking rude. And then I was putting down these little fishing poles for the fishing, obviously. And I was thinking, we do have a farm island. Fish farming is a thing. Maybe some villager on this island is into fish farming. So, hey, it's a thing. It fits farm island fish farming. Yes. Yes. So I was just incorporating all of the cute marine items and cute little fishing items. Lots of barrels for storing the fish or the bait, or I don't know what's being stored in there, but something. And of course, lots of fish are being caught because we are so good at farming on this island. And I was trying to put some stuff on the docks because I did want to decorate the dock. I didn't like those two red and green little like fish crates being next to each other because it was kind of reminding me of Christmas, so I definitely had to separate those. But yeah, I do like to decorate on the dock, and I try to put at least some custom designs where I can. Now the dock is ever so important because Cap'n is there, and I try my best not to block him, but you only have 2 tiles, width, length, whatever, to decorate with, so it is hard to put stuff here unless it's something... Oh, I should have put wheat fields there. That would have been really nice. Whatever. But I ended up just putting that little ducky decoy in just like a little barrel and just called it a day, so it's perfectly fine. We can still access Cap'n, so it's all good. But back here is where I wanted to put all of the sea creatures and have them be in their little fish tanks. I think they're so cute when they're like all piled up together, and it's just such an adorable little thing, and it just reminds me of like 2020 when we would have all of our bugs and fish like outside of the museum just waiting for a flick or waiting to donate them to the museum and all that kind of fun stuff. Like, I remember when I would actually catch bugs and fish and be really excited to get 3 of the same kind so I could give them to Flick or CJ to make a model, and like it was just such a great time, really, really nostalgic. So placing down all of the little fish containers made me just think of that, having all of our fish piled high and just waiting. So after I did that, I was just kind of doing a little path. Didn't want to do anything too crazy, just doing a lot of these stepping stones, which you will see a lot of. I do utilize these a lot on the beaches. And then I decided to put a few more fish here and there just to make it look a little more filled out. Super duper cute. I was absolutely loving it. And I am in a wetsuit. I forgot to acknowledge this, by the way, because I went diving to get some sea creatures for, display, of course. But I was also looking for seaweed because I did want to decorate with that seaweed on the beach. Honestly, I was diving for so long and I only found 1 seaweed, so I just have 1 seaweed to decorate with. I really wanted to get a whole bunch so I could decorate all over the beaches, all over the island, because I was going to be doing all my beaches today, but it took so long just for 1 piece, so I was like, forget it. We're doing 1 piece of seaweed and that's it. That's good enough for me. And I'm also putting wheat fields like literally everywhere. Even if it doesn't make sense, I don't care. Like, we're putting wheat fields. I'm trying to make this look more farmcore, okay? Like, the wheat fields are what's really gonna help me out. So they're going here even though it makes no sense, but it's okay. It's so hard to say which section is my favorite, and I'm gonna say it, but I really do like this section, and it was really one of my favorites. I don't know, they're like all one of my favorites. I really can't choose. I just feel like it came out so cute. I don't know necessarily if this specific dock fishing area is like farmcore-y. Honestly, I don't really care. It's cute. It matches with the dock. It fits. Like, it's fine. It's okay if this one section is not that farmcore-y, whatever. So here is how that came out. It's a little cloudy today, but you'll get to see it later at the end once I give you the final tour of everything in the better lighting. But yeah, I think it came out so cute. I really, really like it. Our next section is located 3 clicks north of our previous section that we were in. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know how long or how far a click is. I have no idea what I'm saying. Anyways, this is on the right side of the beach as well. If you just walk up the beach from the fishing area, then you come to here, you'll see what I'm talking about. But we are going to be making the bug section next, which again, is one of my favorite sections. They're all one of my favorite sections. Okay, they all came out so good. I love them all. But this one is really cute, especially because I put a bunch of bug models and I love the bug models, and any excuse to use the butterflies, like I just absolutely love them. But I was thinking of this place to be more dedicated to Flick. Like the dock area was not really like a CJ area, you know, but this area is definitely like a Flick area. Like when he comes to my island, he sets up shop here, and I was kind of imagining this to be the section where he comes and he brings his bugs. Maybe he works on the bug models, maybe he inspects them, maybe he puts them under a magnifying glass, whatever. What is it called? Stethoscope? No. Telescope? No. What is that called? What is that called? It's literally gone from my brain. I have no idea. Microscope! Oh my goodness, that's so embarrassing. Anyways, like the fishing area, I also wanted to include a lot of bug models like I was talking about before. So I went and caught a bunch of bugs, and it was really nice. You know, like this whole video kind of forced me to actually just like play regular Animal Crossing and like go catch bugs, go fishing, go diving, and it was really fun. I like took a lot of time doing it because I could have just, you know, gone to a little treasure island or something, but I actually did it myself and it was actually really fun, so I had a good time. Anyways, I wanted to include those. Of course I did, and I think they're just so perfect for a little section like this. And I also included a couple of other things that I thought would be fitting, like of course the tools and like the little wasp nest that Flick is inspecting, and the medicine that's got to be there for when you inevitably sting yourself, bringing a wasp back. And of course little bug cages from the bug off I thought were just perfect. And the little pocketbook item that I put on top of one of the bug cages I thought was really cute too, because I think it has bugs or flowers on the pages, so whichever one, they're like slightly relevant, whatever. So I thought that was really adorable. And then of course going in with these stones again, I used these all over the place on the beaches. Honestly, I felt like they looked the nicest and maybe most natural. There's rocks on the beach, so I feel like that makes sense. But yeah, just rearranging some things here. I also included a bucket. I don't know why you would need a little bucket of water in a bug inspecting station. Maybe they need to drink water? I don't know. Maybe some of them like to go swimming? I don't know. But oh, there is that one bug that goes swimming. I forget which one that is. The pond skimmer or whatever. So hey, maybe he's in there. We can just pretend. Oh, I wish I would have caught one of those bugs that is in the water, the beetles, because when you put those down, they're in that cute bucket. Okay, I might catch one of those and replace the tin bucket with that bug because I feel like that would be a lot cuter and more fitting. We might end up doing that. So I also wanted to decorate the little sides off to the left. Of course, there's literally only a few tiles of grass that are sticking out, but I wanted to decorate them anyway. You know, I'm not gonna just put half my effort into this thing. I'm gonna put all my effort into it. We're going to decorate all the little sections, so I was making sure to fill those in with wheat fields, flowers, custom designs, whatever, just little things here and there to make everything look more full and complete. And of course, putting a storage shed down here as well, just honestly, wherever I can fit one in. I just like to have them sporadically. Like I said, it just makes things easier, and honestly, love the storage shed. I feel like I always end up saying this in voiceovers and videos, but like the storage shed, bless Nintendo for adding that because it's truly been such a lifesaver. I was also trying to be kind of sparing with my coconut trees because I literally went to a cabin island to go and get some, and I brought some back, and those were like the only ones I had, so I was trying to be sparing, but I ended up having to go to Anookmao Island to go grab more because I was too lazy to like grow them and time travel and whatever. So yeah, just finishing up this little section back there, and we are pretty much done. Just throwing in a few custom designs and of course some weeds to finish her off, and I think it came out so cute. Again, one of my favorites. I'm gonna say that for literally every section. It's gonna be so annoying, I'm telling you right now. But yeah, I really love it. It came out super nice. I very much enjoy walking through here. Our next section. This will maybe be the only one that I don't say this is one of my favorites, TBH, because I was so uninspired for this rock. I truly don't know how to decorate this rock that's in the back of islands. Like, what? Just delete this rock, please. I am so sick of decorating this rock. Honestly, on my next island, I might not even decorate it because it's so annoying and I hate it. It's just so awkward, it's just so awkward, such a weird spot. I don't know. And then on top of that, I didn't really have like an idea for here, like the other sections. I was like, okay, library, fishing area, bug area. This, I was like, I don't know, throw items down until something looks good. I just had a bunch of vaguely farmcore items in my inventory and I was just throwing things down. and just trying to hope and pray that I pulled something together. So of course I put the little lighthouse back there because I was trying to still keep this slightly beachy, even though this is a rock, so I guess slightly rocky. And then I put like the little horse and the little piggy bank to just kind of be like some little animals, and like the little storefront. I don't know, all of this is just so thrown together. Like, it ended up looking okay. I wasn't mad about it, but I was definitely so confused as to what I should put there. So anyways, I moved on to the beach below it, and this is kind of more of a filler area slash transition area, because this is kind of transitioning from the big rock back there towards the bug area, which is right down below. So for these areas, there's a couple of them that are just going to be like little transition areas. I don't do like a whole little mini build on each and every section of the beach. Some of them do have to be transition areas with just some weeds and custom designs, and that's pretty much it. You know, sometimes it just has to be like that. So here I was just doing exactly that, just putting down weeds and the little flowers, custom designs, rocks, small items, all kinds of fun stuff. Wow, we got it all here. I did put this well, which I do think was a very cute decision. And again, I was trying to fill in these little teensy sections on the left, just putting flowers and what have you, whatever is good. The coconut trees really do help to fill in the space, especially when I don't know what else to put. I'm like, I don't know, I'm lost. I don't know what else to put. I got nothing. And then I put a coconut tree and it's like, all is right in the world and on my Animal Crossing island. I thought I would put this little garden chair and kind of have like this little phone case drop next to it to be like, oh, this is someone's sitting area, and they keep their phone next to them as they sit on the beach, and I don't know, it's cute, yeah. So I just have like that one little section, and that's pretty much it for that little transition area. But hey, it gets the job done, it fills in the area, it's decorated now, and I don't have to think about it anymore, which is the great part. I just want to not think about it anymore. So I filled in the area above the bug area, and now I'm trying to fill in this teensy little section below it. Again, like, beaches are so annoying. Look at this. It's like a little circle part of beach, and then right below it is just a tiny little strip. It's so annoying, but again, this is more of a transition area, so I'm just doing super simple stuff. Just the custom designs, the weeds, the flowers, the little flower sprouts, all that kind of fun stuff. So now we are going further south and working on this little patch of beach right here. And this is less of a transition area, but I didn't necessarily have like a theme. So this was another one of those areas that I was like, okay, just drop random stuff, but it kind of came together a little nicer because I had this hammock and I wanted to put the hammock and have like these little headphones on a little side table next to it to kind of be like, hey, someone's laying down in the hammock by the beach, they're listening to music, it's a fun time. And then I was kind of just building around that and building around the windmill with little items, and I don't know, it just came together better. I just kind of really like this section, especially with the headphones. I don't know, it's just something about it really speaks to me, you know? I ended up putting this wood partition behind the windmill, and I thought it was really cute. And I also discovered or remembered that I could use mushrooms for decorating. I could just drop those on the ground. Isabel's gonna be very upset. I don't think I have 5 stars on this island anymore, especially after the mushroom farm, but hey, you know, I like the mushrooms, they're real cute. So I also put this little blanket here to be a little picnic, and that's another thing that I like to do on this island besides the little mini farms that I'm addicted to doing. I also like to do picnics because I feel like that is perfect. It can fill up a little space and you can just decorate it with little items. You just gotta get a couple of food items and you're good to go. So yeah, that was all I pretty much did here, and just continuing with my little custom designs and my little weeds and my little flowers and all that jazz. And I was getting really obsessed with these little log custom designs because they're so cute, but yeah, it came together pretty quick. I noticed that this back area was looking kind of empty, so I was trying to fill that in a little bit. I'm trying to put some flowers on the beach, which is always risky because I always am scared I'm going to run them over, but whatever, you gotta risk it for the biscuit, you know what I mean? So yeah, just trying to fill in that little space as much as I could. Accidentally buried a little moss ball underground. That's always so annoying when that happens, but I once again used this little combination of the puddle design and the water pump just to fill in that spot. I don't know why I keep using that, it's just so easy to do. And then I switched gears to the little side section over here because of course we gotta fill it in, besties. We gotta fill all of it in so it all looks cohesive and nice. And like I put a lot of effort onto this island because I have put so much effort. And now we have moved on back to the dock area, but to the left of it, as you can see. And I had a bunch of these garden lanterns, and I had the idea to do something kind of similar to what I had on my very first island, Pelican Bay, little fairy core island. I had this little section on the beach that was a bunch of these garden lanterns, and they kind of made a little path through the beach with a bunch of flowers and weeds and like sparkly things and little butterfly models, and it was like very magical, kind of like a magical fairy core pathway. So I was thinking something similar could be done here. I thought I could use up all these flowers that are crowding my beaches and just make like a little flowery pathway. It's not really like super farm core, but whatever, it's fine. I'll have this little cute patch of flowers on the beach. So I was just putting the flowers on the outside, so not on the inside, of course, because I would just run them over. But I will spare you the footage of watching me place all those flowers and just skip to where I finally had them all placed. So I was thinking I would just fill in this area with like custom designs and weeds and stuff, but I was like, I think it would just look better if I did one of the 9-tile paths that I have. I don't really do these on the beaches that much because I try to save them to use on my actual like land parts of my island, but I did decide to do it here, and I thought I would do the little leafy one because I felt like it has those little orange leaves which kind of match the orange tulips that I had here and there, those little orange tulips. So I went ahead and just did that. Whatever, it was fine, it came out cute. And I was noticing that we have this big bulky section in the middle here, as you can see. Like, that's a lot of path, that's a lot of tiles. So I was thinking I could maybe do that little tricky trick where I make a little hole in the middle and then you could put something in the hole, and that's always fun. So I did decide to go ahead and do that, and it came out real cute. And I was trying to contemplate and think what item I could put in the center here. What perfectly encapsulates the vibe of everything? A wheat field? No, of course not a wheat field. A frog. So that's it for that section. That was pretty quick. So that was more of a transition area. And then I did have a slight inspo / idea for this section directly to the left. I was just thinking kind of like a barbecue family hangout area, obviously inspired by the little barbecue item that I finally got my hands on for some reason. I feel like that's a pretty basic item. You know, I feel like that's something that you get very early in the game, but for some reason I literally did not have one, or maybe I did and I just sold it because I was like, I'm never going to use this. Sometimes I end up doing that because I'm like, you know what, this doesn't really fit my theme, let me just sell it, and then I have no items. So anyway, I'm doing another picnic, and I did a little book on the picnic blanket because I thought that was really cute. You know, while everybody's waiting for the food to cook, somebody's swimming, somebody's on the blanket reading a book, somebody's making a sand castle. I don't know, I didn't include a sand castle here, but just saying hypothetically. This is probably one of my favorite areas of this video, but like in the top tier, you know, like all of them are my favorite areas, but this one is like one of my favorite areas. Just this specific little section of the little picnic blanket, it's just beautiful chef's kiss. So I also wanted to include this little leaf campfire because it has little marshmallows, and I thought it could be fun to have this hypothetical pretend family also be roasting marshmallows. And I had to record that line so many times because I keep saying leap campfire. I managed to put that down, and I put some little stones right beside it to be like the little rocks that people are sitting on while they roast their marshmallows. And then just doing the last final touches on the little empty space with custom designs and weeds. You know the drill by now. Very obsessed with using these little log custom designs. They are so cute, and I've been loving doing a little path with them, but kind of like breaking it up with a weed or two here and there. I just think it's real cute. Of course, gotta throw in some more wheat fields, and I thought I would put a piece of fencing or two and also a veggie basket to be our little picnic food. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this little section. I think it came out, dare I say, pretty cute. So that is officially the right side of my island. All of the beaches finished. I will give you a super speedy walkthrough just to show you that I finished everything. So now back to the left side of the video. I just ate a giant cinnamon roll, so I have a lot of sugar inside of my body right now. Isn't that fun? Why do they make sugar so bad for you, but it tastes so good? Somebody find out the answer to that and please let me know, because I would like to know, and I would just like to speak to the person who made sugar taste so good and ask them why did you give us this fate? You know what I mean? Anyways, this is also another little transition area, and I just wanted to put some random cute cozy stuff here. Slightly farmcore. Keep the vibes going. And I forgot that you could put crops on the beach, and that would have been so nice to know earlier, but whatever, we're gonna incorporate them now. And I put a little crop on the sand. It doesn't grow, and it's very sad, but that's okay. Now Pepper is just being a little loaf on my carpets while I'm recording. I'm glad that he calmed down. Him and Peach were play fighting earlier, and it was pretty intense, but I think they are chill now. We are moving on to this little section up here that I showed you earlier that had some stuff going on, but not really. So I was thinking that this section would be kind of like the sorting, packaging, processing station area for the farm. You know, of course, we grow a lot of crops, we do sell them, we do farmers markets, we make jams, we make honey. So there's obviously gonna be a little station for that. So we have like all of the little jars, we have that little machine. I have no clue what it does, don't ask me. We've got tractors, we've got boxes for shipping and all that kind of stuff. So this is more of like the industrial side of it, if that's the correct term to use. I thought I would put a little sink for washing like potatoes, hands. They are very similarly shaped in the Animal Crossing universe, so I understand if you would get them confused. And just kind of like putting some little decorations on the sand area, because we do transition over to this rock as well, which I did decide to include as part of this like little packaging, sorting, shipping station. Just use these pipes to, I don't know, I truly don't know. They absolutely have no purpose, but I wanted to include it and kind of give it more of like a machinery look, like little factory stuff, little machines here doing their thing. So we got that, we got some cardboard boxes, we got some barrels. Honestly, I could have done with some more barrels. Like, that's my like critique. I could have put more barrels here, but it's fine. I think we did an okay job with what we had, and I didn't necessarily want to go craft more barrels, so it was fine. I was really struggling trying to decide what I should put on the rest of the rock. I was like, there's not really room for stuff here. I truly don't know what to put. So I ended up just doing a wheat field, and then on the bottom I did this little bathtub with yuzu, and we're gonna pretend that this is where they like wash the apples and the fruits and vegetables. Okay, I know that's not really what the item is, but we're just gonna pretend, use our imagination. We use that as an apple bobbing station outside of my house, but we're also gonna use it as a apple washing station over here. Okay, just continuing to put these little stones on the sand. Like I said, I'm gonna be using these a lot, so I hope you don't get sick of them. This is so much voice recording that I've been having to do. I like get so long-winded and out of breath. I have to like pause and take like so many deep breaths to like get my lungs back to like, okay, like chill out, we don't have to be short of breath anymore, you know what I mean? So now we're working on the section directly below all of that we were just working on, and this is another transition area. And we have this and like another section below this that's a little transition area, and then one more spot that we have a little mini build on, and that's it, if you would believe it. So yeah, here I decided to put a little gazebo. I kind of wanted a big item on the beach somewhere, and this was my choice. And then I'm also working on the little section down here because I kind of got stuck with what to do up there, so I was like, okay, let me just work down here instead. So I knew I wanted to include a little seating area, a little cute bench. I decided to put a little piece of wheat on there. I don't know why. I was like, wheat is farm core. Put it on the bench. Put it on the bench immediately. And then I'm just kind of filling in the little sand sections with palm trees and stones and weeds and custom designs. And you've heard me say that probably like 10 gazillion times in this video already. But that's just what I keep doing. This is why I hate decorating the beaches. I don't know. It's not like I have to include only custom designs and stuff, but I feel like I have to because the beach has to be walkable because I gotta make sure I can access my message in a bottle. So again, another reason why I hate decorating the beaches. Anyways, we are on to the last and final section of this video, and I'm going to start off by clearing out these flowers. Again, I'm not going to show you the entire segment, just I obviously cleaned them out. So here it is right in front of the horse stables, so I had the idea to make a little horse riding trail. This isn't like a huge trail that goes in the woods and is super big and weaves through a bunch of places. Like, we don't have the space for that. We don't. We have this little tiny patch of beach. So I decided to use these little like 1-tile path sections of my 9-tile garden path, as you can see. And I'm just trying to make a general oval / circle space. I don't know. Rounded rectangular space. I have no clue what the shape is, but this is going to be the little path that the horses go on. Just bear with me. Just imagine, please, to help. So I wanted to give this at least a little bit of height, so I did put one palm tree in the middle, and then I wanted there to be kind of like a grassy look to everything, and of course I can't do that on the beach because it's sand. So wheat fields to the rescue. I decided to use a bunch of green ones, again, to give it that kind of like grassy look, like a trail through the grass and trees, even though there are no trees except for the palm tree. I thought I could put the little signpost to kind of be like, you know, the little sign that tells you, hey, go on this trail to go this way, blah blah blah, even though there's literally just a circle that you go on. But again, just the vibes. Just the vibes. Honestly, I lack so much knowledge when it comes to horses. The only times I have ridden horses have been one time for one of my birthday parties that my mom rented ponies to come and give rides to like everybody that was at the party when I was like 5 years old or something. And another time when I went to a camp with one of my friends, and it was like a summer camp, and they had horses, and we went horse riding, and everyone got their own horse that they led by themselves. And of course, mine was the only horse that decided it didn't want to cooperate, and all the other horses were perfectly fine going in the line, and they showed us like how to control them with the reins. And of course, so my horse was the only one who, like, I forgot if he wouldn't go or he was going off to the side or something, but literally one of like the counselors or whatever had to come and steer my horse for me. Like, of course, my horse would be the one who doesn't want to listen, or maybe it was me doing it wrong. Of course, I would be the one doing it wrong. Like, I just didn't pay attention or something. So my experience with horses have been, first of all, very infrequent, and second of all, 1 out of the 2 did not go right. So yeah, my history here, not looking so hot, but I just wanted to make something cute for our little horse ranch, horse riding area, horse stables. Anyways, we are here. We have finished. So I'm going to give you the grand tour. You already saw all of this in the beginning, but if you didn't see it, here it is again. This section, I didn't do anything up here. I shouldn't have shown you this again, but I'm just showing you that I decorated all of my beaches and they're all done. Okay, so we go south. We have the little packaging / sorting / washing / shipping area. Everything you need for that. Very, very cute. I love the random mushroom on the rock. It's so great. It's so fantastic. Then we go down here, nice little transition area, little gazebo if you want to go to, another transition area, bench if you want to sit on it, another transition area, nice little log bench to sit on, and then, oh, random library on the beach. Here it is. Very cozy if you want to sit here and read and listen to the crashing ocean waves as you sit in this patchwork chair. You don't lay down in it, you sit. Anyways, as you go past here, we gotta go past the entrance and we gotta go past the campsite because we have to get to the beach down below. Again, I didn't do anything here. This was already here. I didn't decorate anything. I changed out one of the wheat fields, that's all I did. But yeah, here it is. We're gonna keep walking. We're gonna keep walking. Thank you. And we have the little horsey trail. This is so cute. I love it so much. It's so perfect. It's so adorable. So yeah, here you go. Ride your horses around the trail, please and thank you. Then we go up and we gotta go across. We gotta follow this, go across the bridge, go down below. And here we are. We have the little family picnic area where you can sit with your family or friends and have a nice little barbecue and roast marshmallows. And it's very fun. And then if you go to the right, we have a nice scenic walk through this little path, past the little froggy, and we are here at the docks slash fishing slash fish farm area. We have lots of fish, kind of smelly over here, but it's chill. It's chill, you know. We gotta do what we gotta do for the island. And then if we go up, we see Punchy's doing zoomies, and we have a nice little chill relaxing area here. We got the little windmill, the little hammock. Listen with your headphones to some great music, the Animal Crossing soundtrack maybe. And then we're here at Flick's little bug area, bug station, bug inspecting area, and we got lots of bugs. There's some medicine if you get stung. Try not to, please. Just run into the museum. That's what I do. And then if you go up, we have a nice little transition area. Again, some nice little seating. We got the little well. Pretty simple up here. And then we end off at the rock, where I just threw a bunch of items down and called it a day. And that is going to be it for today's video. I didn't really have a script for this voiceover or this video, so sorry if I just went on tangents or was just being goofy. I'm just sitting here at midnight, 1 a.m. recording this voiceover and just trying to be entertaining. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you thought of all of the beaches. What was your favorite area? Let me know down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I will see you in the next one, where I won't have to decorate any more beaches. Thank God. Okay, goodbye.